Peace and blessings, family. Once again, you're here at Black and Nobel Bookstore and Learning Institution. And we're here with the good brother Ross Ben, a good elder brother who has put in a good amount of time, a lot of time, in doing research on a very powerful place in a powerful city here in the United States. So I'm very proud and honored as a student myself of this particular science to bring on brother Ross Ben. Give it up for him.
Good? We good? We good? Yes, I. All right. Love and respect. Give thanks for coming out on this cold Friday. Scorpio biting cold season, you know? For the Mystic Philly reasonings, you know? And I will start by saying that this is some research I've been looking into from about 2011. I collaborated with a couple of other Philadelphians, Brother Ampu, Mama Gail Clouden. So a lot of this information is, you know, a reflection of collective work. And I titled tonight's reasoning, Mystic Philly 2014, Drastically Resistant to Rome. Okay? Drastically resistant to Rome, because I will even say a little more that I have compiled a lot of this information into a book. It's called Mystic Philly, and the book is complete. It's been edited. We're kind of in like post-production, getting photos, cover, you know. But from the point that I finished writing it, more information has come. And as opposed to rewriting the book and then having the need for it to be re-edited, I'm just going to share a lot of that new information tonight, get it on video with Black and Nobel, and then that's how it, you know, that's how it's going to be shared. And a lot of the information that has come to me from the point that the book was written is how Philadelphia is, in a lot of ways, and this is what we're going to look into tonight, is supposed to be a resurrected reincarnation of Rome. And so a lot of the art, architecture, geomancy, even the name, it's all about Rome. And so that's what we're going to look at tonight. All right? So, right, a lot of us, you know, we hear Philadelphia, like the common interpretation of Philadelphia is that it's the city of brotherly love, sisterly affection, you know? And on one level, Philadelphia does mean that, okay? But we do need to look at the etymology of it to understand or understand other meanings, deeper levels of meaning that this name may carry, right? So the root of it is Delphis, which means womb, right? So like a dolphin or delphine in Spanish is like an aquatic mammal that has a womb, right? That's the root. That's the root of the word Philadelphia, right? And Adelphi means literally from the womb. Phila is a prefix that means like, right? Or the same. So the idea of Philadelphia is the love or the fondness shared by ones from the same womb. All right? And in Greek mythology and Greco-Roman mythology, Philadelphia was the embodiment of the love shared between Castor and Pollux, the Gemini twins. All right? So I'm not going to get into the mythology of Castor and Pollux, but just remember that there's this idea of a relationship of twins associated with Philadelphia, because that's important when we start talking about Rome. All right? But even beyond that, Philadelphia has a deeper meaning that's been given to it from its place in prophecy. Okay? So in biblical prophecy, specifically in Revelations, the Church of Philadelphia is very significant. Okay, so those that are familiar with those who are familiar with Revelations, you know that there was a message to 7 churches, right? So, of those 7 churches, 6 of them, the message was like judgment. You know, like y'all gonna catch a judgment. There was only one church of the 7 churches that received a benevolent, favorable message, and that's the Church of Philadelphia. And I think it's significant that we look at this prophecy, because we're going to see how that prophecy is really speaking to I and I, the indigenous of this region right here. Okay? So the message says, to the angel of the Church of Philadelphia, these are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. I know your deeds, and I've placed before you an open door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. I will make those who are the synagogue of Satan, who claim to be Jews, though they are not, but are liars. I will make them come and fall down at your feet and acknowledge that I have loved you. Since you have kept my commandment to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth. I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have so that no one can take your crown. The one who is victorious, I will make a pillar in the temple. Never again will they leave it. I will write on them the name of God and the name of the city of God, the New Jerusalem, which is coming down out of the heaven. And I will write on them a new name. Whoever has an ear, let them hear this prophecy. So this, like I said, out of the message to the 7 churches, is the one beneficent prophecy. Message to the Church of Philadelphia. So, I want y'all to keep this in mind as we explore Penn's Philadelphia. Because what I'm going to put forth tonight is that the creation of Penn's Philadelphia was probably one of the most amazing acts of magic that we can witness and behold. Even though it's inverted. Okay? It's inverted. But it's still an amazing, it's something amazing to behold. And what were they attempting to do magically? first thing, they wanted to resurrect the Roman Empire in such a way that that favorable prophecy that we just read, that it would be inverted and fall upon Rome, and not those whose birthright it's destined for. Are y'all with me on that? All right. Second thing Philadelphia was designed to do was to steal the birthright of who would be considered the lost tribes of Israel, the 10 tribes, the so-called 10 lost tribes. And lastly, it was about using the key of Rome, the key of David, excuse me. It was about using the key of David to expand Rome. Are y'all with me? Because this is what this is what we're gonna prove tonight. This is what we're gonna show. That the founding of Philadelphia was all about. The resurrection of Rome, such that Rome would escape its judgment that all tyrants and downpressors were supposed to catch in Revelation. They wanted to resurrect Rome in such a way that the prophecy for the Church of Philadelphia, that it would be kept in the in the hour of trial, right? They wanted that blessing to fall on the empire. They wanted to steal our birthright. And use the key of David to expand Rome. All right? Y'all with me? Well, Philadelphia is Rome. This Penn's Philadelphia is a resurrection of Rome. Well, hold the thought, because that's what we're gonna move into. All right. So now, this key of David, right? What's the key of David? What's the key of David? The Star of David, the hexagon. All right. So now, normally, when we see the six-pointed Star of David, it's equilateral, right? And one of the points is upright. If it's turned on its side, like it is in the flag of Is It Real? Okay? Or if it's skewed, meaning the lines are not equilateral, then the symbol is inverted, it's perverted. Y'all with me? All right, so when Philadelphia was born, it was born in such a way that an inverted key of David was formed astrologically. Meaning, if you were to take a picture of the heavens at the time Philadelphia was born, inverted key of David. Okay? And here it is for us to see. Okay? So now, it's easy to figure out the day to cast a chart for Philadelphia. All right? We could just cast that for the signing of Penn Treaty, which was October 27, 1682. The question would then be, what rising sign would we give Philadelphia? Meaning, what time will we know Philadelphia was born? What time should we cast the chart for on that day? Right? Big mystery. Okay? And when we study geomancy, right, that's a big thing. Finding out when a building was inaugurated, when that cornerstone was founded, you know, because that's, the time is as important as the day, because that's how you can get an accurate chart, right? So, how do we get the rising sign for Philadelphia? Well, it was hidden in plain sight for us by the man who they call the father of modern Philadelphia, a man by the name of Edmund Bacon. Very important person that we need to research. This man is a direct descendant of Francis Bacon, who, as we know, is one of the first Rosicrucians. He's probably the author of the King James Bible, is the creator of England's colonization scheme and a founder of the Virginia colony. Okay? So this man, Edmund Bacon, direct descendant of Francis Bacon, he's the father of Kevin Bacon. So the actor, Kevin Bacon, right? He's direct descendant of Francis Bacon. And he's part of a family that we're going to talk about who these cats are. All right? But this man, Edmund Bacon, is responsible for the zodiac wheel that's in the middle of City Hall. I'm sure we've all observed that, right? And who has not seen it? Who has not gone to see it? If you haven't, hurry up, because it's fading. And I don't know if they're going to, you know, fix it back up. All right? But now, this is City Hall. This is the eastern. This is facing east right here. And if you go and you look at that astrological marker, number one, there's no planets on it. It's just the zodiac wheel. All right? So that tells me this is showing the rising sign for Philadelphia. And all we have to do is see what constellation is on the eastern horizon. It's pointing east. And we know that to give Philadelphia that rising. And so when we look here and look east, it's at 13 degrees Cancer. Okay? So here is the chart for Philadelphia. All right? Let's run through this real quick. We mentioned we got this inverted key of David, tapping that prophecy. Okay? But there's also some other very powerful astrological configurations that we see played out every day in Philadelphia. Okay? One is you got Pluto and Cancer in the first house. Cancer always deals with the indigenous, those that are born from the land, the homeland, right? The motherland. That's Cancer. You got Pluto right there in the first house. Pluto's the conqueror. Pluto is the use and abuse of power, right? Very significant astrological configuration right here. Philadelphia was born with Saturn, Jupiter, North Node, direct conjunction in Leo. So Saturn is the ruler of time. Jupiter is the ruler of space. The node is the future, where we're headed. And Leo is a ruler. Leo is about rulership. And who can deny that those who have founded Philadelphia has been controlled, like they've been ruling this time and space and the future direction of it from this point. Right? Like nothing has stood before them. How is that? Nothing has stood before them. No Nobody could stand up to the forces that brought this thing into existence. It's this powerful conjunction right there. All right? There's a Scorpio sun in the 5th house. Okay? Scorpio is all about the resurrection, the reincarnation. Right? So, and 5th house is children. 5th house is what we give birth, where we give birth, our creative fruits. So this Scorpio city resurrects, rebirths an ancient empire, resurrected nation, which we know, which we're saying is Rome. Okay? You got Venus and Sagittarius in the 6th house. 6th house is the house of bondage. 6th house is the house of captivity, forced labor, right? Where we have to work to get our food, clothing, shelter. Sagittarius is all things foreign, and Venus is how we prosper. So has not Philadelphia prospered on foreign labor, indentured and enslaved? And that's what's embodied when you go to City Hall and we look at the columns. Who's holding up the columns? Chinese, Africans, Native Americans, all foreign people, right? We got Neptune and Aquarius conjunct the 9th house cusp. So Neptune is our ideals. Neptune is what we like, what we want to see, right? The things that are our ideals and we want to see, that's where our blind spots are. Neptune's in Aquarius, which is all about social justice, equal rights. Philadelphia was, when William Penn created Philadelphia, he said it was going to be an example to the nations. This is what William Penn said. It's going to be an example to the nations on how Europeans of all religious faith and indigenous people can live together. Deceiver of the nations. Deceiver of the nations. We got Uranus high in the chart in the 10th house. That's why Philadelphia is a place of scientific discovery. Electricity, the computer, time travel, all of those things were discovered where? Philadelphia. Why? Uranus is high in its chart in Aries. Aries is the leader. That which advances. Uranus deals with all futuristic, scientific, electronic invention. High in the chart, 10th house, success. Success in those endeavors. Okay? And again, all of this is held together with this inverted key of David, capturing that prophecy that says, with this key of David, what you open, no one can close, and what you close, no one can open. And haven't we witnessed that? We've witnessed this. I mean, proof is in pudding. Proof is in pudding. It's like the forces that birthed Philadelphia, the forces that birthed the United States, they've conquered and conquered. No one has been able to stand up to them. How and why? It's this magic that they've worked.
Right off the Barnary sub-stop, Philadelphia, PA. Shot so loud you would think it was a club spot. African Americans, although we all over the web, we the hood librarians. We ship to prisons too. We gets bitten too, but it's more than a bookstore. You wonder we got it, mixtapes, DVDs, and culture products. Black and Nobel got our hands in a lot of projects. We welcome all to come build, the energy is positive. Every member of the team is awake and conscious. Come through and experience this place of knowledge. They say they'll put it in a book if they wanna hide it from us, but we got them books so you can buy it from us. Something to read while you on a train or riding the bus. Get your read on, food for thought, get your eat on. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel. Black and Nobel, I buy my books at Black and Nobel.